On November 1st, 2000, my baby sister was born. Her name is Claire.
When she was a baby, she was a very good baby. She slept. She was interactive. We were not used to having a baby that would sleep, so that kind of worried me a little bit in the beginning. She was a very happy baby, but as time went on, I kind of realized that something wasn't exactly right.
Well, I know when Claire was younger, you know, sometimes she would just do things, and it's almost animalistic, where there was really no controlling or predicting it.
I realized she wasn't looking at me or interacting with me. And I also realized she was doing something that would be called now pill rolling with her fingers. It was just a weird thing that I've never seen before. I've never seen a child do before. I called her pediatrician and I took her there. And her pediatrician, checked her out and said, I don't want you to be alarmed, but it could be this syndrome called Reyes syndrome. The diagnosis is that she wouldn't live past her 20s.
A lot of it was very, very scary. Scared about what that meant and how we would handle her. But I know that there was also some anger, anger that why would this have to happen to us, our family, and Claire.
I also made an appointment with a clinical psychologist to observe her and see her. She was the one who told me, I believe your daughter has autism.
Immediately, my parents searched for different therapists who had a variety of specializations.
She did occupational therapy, she did speech therapy, behavioral therapy. We went to so many different therapists. We tried things like vitamin therapy for her. I was basically in the mindset that I would do what anybody told me to help her. Remember the first time that I had someone be very mean to me, and I was in a party store getting party supplies for her older sister's birthday, and she wasn't having it, but I had to do it. It was something that I had to do because the party was coming up, and she was maybe 3 or 4, and it was awful. It was bad, but it was a party store. So, and I did have someone come up to me and said, why can't you control your own child? Why is she screaming? She's disrupting the whole store. And it was one of the first times in my life where I looked at someone and said something to him where I won't repeat. But I was in tears. It was my baby, and she was in a pretty little dress, and it was my baby that this person was talking about.
She would often almost like attack people sometimes. She would bite people. She'd bite even some of her classmates.
Do you want to go to timeout? No biting. That's not nice either.
It's still hard for me. Like, we were at a party today and people didn't know her, and she makes her noises and sounds and such, and she's 17, and they're, just the initial looks. It's so much better now than what it used to be when she was younger.
Oh, good job, Claire.
Does that look pretty?
Has it been an easy journey? No, it's not. It's been filled with doctors and therapists and teachers and IEPs and tantrums. A lot of tears. A lot of tears. but I wouldn't change her for the world. She's my daughter. She'll be my daughter to the day I die.
Claire's autism has led to a number of struggles in our family, but she's also led so many wonderful people into our lives, including Linda Jackson, who was initially our babysitter and family friend, but has now taken on the role as Claire's caretaker at school.
God bless Linda. I don't know what I would do without Linda. Linda has helped me raise this child.
Claire came into my life when her mom was asked if I would be interested in watching her. She's a school teacher, and she had my children in her class, and so I had a 2-year-old at home, and I said, yes, I'd be interested in watching her. So we met up at a park, and I hung out with her, and Claire's mom played basketball with my boys, and we all hung out, and then we've been together ever since. I'm a paraprofessional at the high school. I've been with Claire since she was a 5th grader. So for half a year, a paraprofessional is a teacher's aide. I get to work with her, help her with her school, with going from class to class, if going to lunch, those kind of things.
Linda works alongside many staff members, including life skills teacher Craig Lorick.
I'm a life skills teacher at Crown Point High School. Basically, the goal here is to teach the kids vocational skills, life skills, give them the skills that they need to succeed. I primarily work with students with ASD, which is Autism Spectrum Disorder, or severe cognitive disability. The class that Claire is in is based off of the TEACH methodology, and that's TACCH. It's an acronym, but it's for the treatment and education of students with autism and communication handicaps. And really what that does, it looks at students with autism as they have their own communication, they have their own culture, and we as a society kind of have to, understand that culture to help them succeed.
Some students in this program will go on to college or get a job or move into assisted living homes. The school does everything in its power to prepare these students for the world after they graduate.
Claire's a senior now, so I consider myself a senior because that's when I started. I started with Claire, and she's learned so much, and she has demonstrated to me that no matter how difficult a situation is, you can overcome that situation. You just got to keep working on it. She really embodies the character of when you come to a challenge or you come to a hard place in your life, to not give up, keep persevering, because she has grown so much in the past 4 years. She's really taken to her schedule. She's really learned how to navigate from one task to the next. She's able to be able to perform different job vocational tasks, whether it's assembling, household activities, with a longer duration of time.
It's evident that every one of these individuals has helped Claire develop, but I want to know how Claire has shaped them as people.
We're more aware when we're out with people that have disabilities. You learn to tune in, maybe just give somebody a smile who's out, just to encourage them. You are patient, and you don't get frustrated. And she's also helped my children. They have volunteered for a special needs camp.
She's one of the students that has really inspired me with her ability to continue working even though things can be tough.
I think if you'd ask anybody, they would know that I feel completely blessed by her. She has changed me beyond words. I'm a better person because of Claire. Not every day, but I'm a better person because of her.
Claire makes everybody a better person. Claire teaches you patience and kindness. She's very loving and kind, and she has a sense of humor, so she's pretty funny too.
I do know that having her and some of the things that we've had to go through, that I know that I've become a little more patient. I'm not always patient, but a little more, and less concerned about what people think about the family and Claire. But I've also just kind of appreciated some of the little things a lot more. You know, stuff that makes us laugh, goofing around, and not focus on the bad, the negative.
It hasn't been all about Claire for us. We have a as normal as possible family life for myself, my husband, and my older daughter. This is the only life we're gonna have. And I made up my mind it wasn't going to be about this one thing, that we were gonna have a normal life. And I think we have. I think we're a very happy family. I think every family has a struggle, and this is ours, and it's not all about that.
What a nice
Who are you holding?
Who is that?
What defines a normal family? A mother and a father? Perfectly healthy children? No. I don't think there is a normal. There's only perseverance, commitment, and unconditional love. Claire has taught me that you can say I love you without vocalizing it. She's taught me how to be a better listener, and she's made me a stronger person. So thank you, Claire, for being you.